Welcome to Top Talks, controversial live golf. All right, welcome troops. Welcome back to our channel. As usual, we got our boy Rogelio King and
Hey!
I'm Randy. So today we're gonna be. I know I think I'm the only I guess you can call only golfer in the group.
Pro golfer?
No,
Pro golfer.
not quite, but at least a little more familiar with the sport, right?
Is your handicap like 1?
Not yet. That's
Okay.
my goal in life.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
One.
So we're gonna talk about today. It's not really necessarily all about golf,
Okay.
and I want to talk about this because I want to see your opinions on this controversial that's happening in the golf world.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
There's a controversy, not just swimming,
Yeah,
boxing, now it's in golf?
in golf.
What are they
In
swinging?
the back.
What are they swinging?
So now, I'm just kidding. I was gonna say something crazy, but no.
I beat you to it.
I know. No, but so the PGA, which has been around for years, who started the golf tournament, right?
Yeah.
Or as we all know as what it is, right? And then by the past couple of years, it's actually not that new. It's
Like
just
the Philippine Golf Association?
oh, they're definitely got that idea from the PGA tour.
Mm-hmm.
But now they came out with this controversial group. It's called LIV.
What? Live.
LIV, right?
What does it mean?
I'm not sure if the video that we're gonna watch can explain it, but if not, I can answer that question later. I think we
Okay.
should watch the video,
That's what the video now?
and then I'm gonna ask your opinion on some of the topics.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Let's do it. Take it away.
A golf tournament funded by Saudi Arabia is asking questions of how the sport is run and what, if anything, the sport stands for. At the Centurion course in the south of England, some of the world's best players have gathered.
It's an exciting time. I think it's exciting for the game of golf, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Excitement all round. And this is a series of 8 tournaments aimed, we're told, at giving players more freedom.
LIV Golf has given them the opportunity for another pathway to be the independent contractors, go play where they need to play, when they want to play, for more money.
Former world number 1 Greg Norman is the public face of LIV Golf. Its tournaments will last 54 holes, not the traditional 72. And former world number 2 Phil Mickelson has called that a progressive format. Progressive, though, isn't a word often used about Saudi Arabia, as its critics point out.
What we're talking about here are severe, extensive, persistent human rights abuses in Saudi Arabia.
And while freedom is being offered to golfers, it's not on offer to some Saudis. The US government says there are credible reports of forced disappearances, torture by government agents, executions for non-violent offences. It also notes that women continue to face discrimination and that there is arbitrary arrest and detention. Then there's the killing of the Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi. In 2018, he walked into the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. He was then murdered, his body was dismembered, his remains have never been located. The Saudi government called it a rogue operation by its agents, but US intelligence concluded that Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman approved an operation in Istanbul to capture or kill Jamal Khashoggi, and this was the UN's conclusion.
The responsibility of the state of Saudi Arabia is involved. It is involved in the killing, it is involved in the lack of an effective investigation, it is involved in the lack of an effective prosecution.
The state was involved, says the UN, and Mohammed bin Salman was in charge of that state then, he's in charge of it now. He's also chair of the Saudi Investment Fund, which is bankrolling this golf series. And in the view of the Washington Post, what we're seeing is a government trying to use golf to cleanse its global reputation. Or Amnesty International says it's yet one more event in a series of sports washing exercises that the Saudi authorities are using to clean its blood-soaked image. And the BBC's Dan Rowan tried to raise these concerns with the governor of the Saudi Investment Fund.
It's the big thing in golf, and we're going to enjoy it. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm going to play the Pro-Am, and I'm going to have a lot of, hopefully, fun.
Mr. Rubiyan is hoping to have fun. But Dan had one more question.
Can I just ask you very quickly about the suggestions of sports washing? What do you say to that? What's your response?
I'm really not sure about this terminology.
Mr. Rubiyan said he'd look it up. Meanwhile, we still wait on a formal explanation of why Saudi Arabia is doing this. We do know it has a strategy to unfold new opportunities for non-oil GDP growth. That push to find revenue away from oil is real. Perhaps golf is part of that. And whatever the Saudi goal with LIV Golf, Pro Graham McDowell is happy to help.
If Saudi Arabia wanted to use the game of golf as a way for them to get to where they want to be, and they have the resources to accelerate that experience, I think we're proud to help them on that journey.
Graham McDowell is proud, though, as we've heard, the experience for some Saudis is rather better for some than others. And when Greg Norman was asked about Jamal Khashoggi's murder, he replied, look, we've all made mistakes, and you just want to learn from those mistakes and how you can correct them going forwards. But not everyone has made those mistakes. The US and the UN don't even think it was a mistake. And Jamal Khashoggi's fiancée has said of those golfers working with the Saudis, how can we go forward when those who ordered the murder are still unpunished and continue to try to buy back their legitimacy? The players, though, are going forward. Phil Mickelson's playing, and back in February, he talked about the Saudis, saying, if you'll allow me to paraphrase, they're scary so-and-sos to get involved with. He went on, we know they kill Khashoggi and have a horrible record on human rights. They execute people over there for being gay. Knowing all of this, why would I even consider it, he asked. Why indeed? Well, he cleared that up, adding, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to reshape how the PGA Tour operates. The chance to overhaul the administration of golf in the US was, despite those reservations, too good to pass up. Mickelson apologised for what he said, took a break from golf, but he's back at the tournament.
I don't condone human rights violations at all. I don't think nobody here does throughout the world, and I'm certainly aware of what has happened with Jamal Khashoggi, and I think it's terrible.
Terrible, says Phil Mickelson, and he also outlined the upsides of working with a state that the UN concluded was responsible.
I've also seen the good that the game of golf has done throughout history, and I believe that LIV Golf is going to do a lot of good for the game as well.
Golf as a force for the greater good. It's not yet clear how that will work inside Saudi Arabia. Certainly, though, LIV Golf could be a force for good for those wanting to change how pro golf is organised, as the BBC's Ian Carter explains.
Professional golf is effectively a pyramid, and at the very top of that pyramid are two main tours, the European Tour, which is now known as the DP World Tour, and the PGA Tour, based in the United States. That's where the very best players play, and each year they're competing for in excess of $400 million.
Wow.
To take on that system, the Saudis are offering huge sums. This first event has prize money of $25 million. It's the most lucrative golf tournament in history. The winner takes $4 million. For comparison, the top prize at the Masters this year was $2.7 million. The promise of more money has proved persuasive for some. Dustin Johnson, Lee Westwood, Sergio Garcia and Ian Poulter, all huge stars of the game, will play. This is Lee Westwood's reason.
This is my job. I do this for money, and it's not the only reason for doing it, But, if anybody comes along and gives any of us a chance of a pay rise, then you have to seriously consider it, don't you?
He has considered it, and he's decided to play. And he'll be far from the only sports star to benefit from Saudi money. There's a $600 million deal with Formula One. $400 million went for a controlling stake in Newcastle Football Club. And now over $2 billion will go to golf in the coming years. And the players who take the money know it may affect where they can play. Here's Ian Carter again.
Pro golfers like to think of themselves as independent contractors, but the reality is that if they are playing on a tour, they have obligations to it. And if they want to play for a rival, well, they have to apply for a waiver. That's exactly what they did when LIV Golf came calling, and the tours said no.
The tours said no, but Greg Norman has kept making the case.
We could probably stop it right here. But
Okay.
okay, well, I wanted to bring this up. It's not because really of the golf itself.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of things that was unfolding that. I think you guys got an idea of why.
I didn't know it was that messy.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's, that's why I was like, it's a good topic to talk about because I wanted to see a non-golfer's opinion, right? Because
Right.
I'm pretty sure most of I'm not sure how many golfers we have as far as our viewers, but some people don't even know that this is happening in the golf world, obviously.
Right.
That's why I wanted
Right.
to talk about it. I wanted to. So I'm going to answer the LIV question first, because the LIV actually stands for 54, the Roman numeral.
Okay.
Because the PGA format is a 4-day event, which is 72 holes.
Right.
It's 18 hole a day.
54 holes.
54 holes is 3 days.
So it's a shorter.
Shorter
day.
days.
It's the Roman numerals. 50 and then IV.
That's where they get the name from. And I think the topic that I wanted to hit and get your opinion from is, if you guys heard, basically every time because there's a lot of mixed opinion as far as like golfers, even in the group I play golf with, right?
Yeah.
Everybody got that mixed opinion. Some people are very passionate about, I can't believe these guys are,
playing.
Playing for, they call it the blood money.
Yeah. Well,
that's what they.
Yeah.
People,
it's
to the extreme. I hear people saying, these guys are, I can't believe they moved from PGA to this to get the money, and that money comes from
dirty talks.
Dirty money.
Yeah, dirty money. I mean, if you think about it, well, you guys understand what Saudi Arabia means. The country itself is called Arabia. The Saudi are the royal family.
Okay.
So the reason why it's called Saudi Arabia, because they pretty much own the country. So they're actually Arabians, but controlled by the Saudis,
which are the royal family.
The royal family. So so that's that background on that, and unfortunately, if you're in that power, that much power, with that much money, I mean, you can do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever. I mean, what are you gonna do?
But isn't that also culturally for them?
Yes.
Well, because I think they're the one with the. Because I know for the longest, I think the women couldn't drive, right?
Yeah.
Was it the same country?
Saudi, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just
Saudi and other.
I think every Middle Eastern country.
Not most.
Not most.
Because I know, I'm not sure if it's Lebanon. Yeah, Lebanon women can drive. I believe.
Was it recently? Always.
It's been since.
Saudi is definitely the one that's popular one. That, like, widely known as like, if you're female, for the longest they can't drive. It's just recently that they can, right?
Yeah, but this is even still they're still having some issues with that. They can't accept because of the religion,
Yeah.
Because of their culture.
The culture,
culture and religion too, I guess.
That's their culture. The religion is their culture.
I believe even for like the LGBTQ, it's not allowed.
Oh yeah,
I don't think.
Yeah, that's what Phil Mickelson said. Like even if you announce yourself as homosexual, then you get prosecuted, sometimes killed.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. So it's a very sensitive subject over there.
So that's why they were all getting pissed off with some of these golfers because.
Basically, like I know, because my opinion is like that one guy said, one of the golfers said, it's like business. It's like, a lot of them, they're not going to be playing golf for the longest, right? And that's like any other random Joe, right? If you're looking for a job to provide for your family, someone offering you, a $75,000 job, and then now all of a sudden you wake up the next day like, hey, dude, I got an $800,000 job.
But I wouldn't go that far because.
Or double the amount.
Right.
Salary.
Double the amount. But these guys are professional golfers.
Already millionaires. This is the kicker that they didn't mention. Okay. So remember they mentioned double the price.
Yeah.
For the purse money. That's just to play the game, right? They have a sign-in bonus.
Oh snap!
So PGA does not have a sign-in bonus.
So they're really trying to get them.
Because the PGA, in order for you to become a PGA player, you gotta go start from scratch, right? You gotta go. It's kind of like NCAA, and then you call it a Corn Ferry. You gotta earn your card to be a player, and then you gotta. By the time you start making millions, you're gonna be pretty much everybody knows you.
Yeah.
In LIV, they're giving them 100 million. Just to be part of it.
It's invitational.
Yeah, some of those top players like Phil Mickelson, I'm not sure how much he got paid.
For a bonus to come in.
Dude,
just to play.
To sign in. It's kind of like a basketball, like NBA or draft. When they do draft, like, hey, you got 100 million, 4 years. It's exactly the same thing.
So here's my thought process on this one. It's kind of like you said, you're making $800,000 right now, right? To this company, and then ISIS started a business across the street, and they offered you $2 million, but it's ISIS.
So we're going back to principle.
Right.
Yes, that is the key there. It's that's where the most even regular golfers like myself. That's where, like, when we're in a group and we're talking about this, it becomes a little touchy, because now is one of those like, oh, really, you support that?
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like.
But let me go on the opposite side. If they are really trying to change who they are, I got you. If they're trying to change who they are, I mean,
that's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. They have a bad reputation. Past reputation by everybody that's not in Saudi. Or maybe even people that are in Saudi are pissed off about
is it still a past though?
It's well,
a good point that you mentioned that.
You can't say that it's in the past, because I cannot say that, hey, I need you to change who you are and get with our way of life. Right? I mean,
Who are you to say that, basically?
Who are you to say that? I mean, don't get me wrong. Just to be clear, I'm not fond of it. Right? I wouldn't go there.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
like I said, like in my analogy, like, I mean, if ISIS is the one,
I know,
change the name from Saudi Arabia to ISIS.
I know Filipinos are over there working, and they get abused. Right? But they go there because
they want to earn.
They want to earn. They want to earn that money.
It's a tough decision.
It's a tough decision.
It is
a tough situation to be in, because, again, a lot of these golfers just want to. At the end of the day,
they want to earn.
They want to earn money. They want to support their family, just like we do. I mean, granted, we're talking about millions
of dollars.
But here, I think the difference between them and us is they do have that popularity,
the influence,
the influence to where if you go support, that means that you're all for that. Versus us, if we do go over there, regardless if we
cares.
Nobody cares. We're unknown.
Nobody knows us.
Right.
They're not on the limelight, basically.
No.
Yeah. Like if you're talking about Phil Mickelson, right, going to play for
even if you're not a golfer, you probably that, right?
Oh yeah, I know Phil Mickelson. I mean, and then you're like, you're like wondering, like, is he all for that? Is he fine for is he fine for abuse of human rights? I guess. And then you start thinking, like, I guess human rights are fine.
Right. And
then because he's doing it.
Then the secondary interview, right? Nobody wants any.
But on the contrary, what you said earlier, what if they're really trying to change their culture? Like, hey, look, we got it. Maybe we've been bad in the past. That's why we want to use this platform.
Right, and this is not the only platform. They named two platforms that's widely accepted.
Right, Formula One. And
right.
This.
But then nobody said anything with them.
Or in my thoughts, it's like publicly denounce human rights violations. That's one way of correcting stuff. They haven't said anything about it.
No, I don't think they would.
They're not going to do it. So how do you gonna change that image? If we know, like for me, like I know that's culturally what they do. I mean, you can't go against the royal family.
And they're using that money. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's one of those, like, I guess it is divided, just like a lot of things that we do naturally as human beings. I think this is one of those things that this topic is always going to divide people.
I think so
Someone
too.
is going to be like, who cares, man? It's just playing golf.
It's just
business.
It's
business.
For the most part, this is, again, this may be hitting or striking a nerve for some, to where if I'm the activist and I see, let's use Phil. What's his last name?
Mickelson.
I don't know.
No, you
I don't know.
Someone's famous.
That famous. And I'm the activist. I'm like, man, shame on you for supporting. Right?
Or Tiger Woods.
Let's say
Tiger Woods.
I know.
600 million.
No shit.
And he didn't show up.
Something like
Good
that.
for you,
Maybe
Tiger.
Maybe more, actually.
Yeah.
I think that's
because of the name.
Oh,
yeah.
Right?
Can you imagine?
I heard they offered him almost $1 billion, man.
Wow. So whatever reason why
Tiger said no.
Right. Whatever reason why he said
Tiger.
no, that's his principle.
Well, he's already a billionaire.
Yeah, that's his principle.
Yeah.
And then if he did say yes, like an example for
But
Phil.
that's still his principle.
Right, he's getting criticized.
Oh yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
like, hey, you like this human rights violation?
But that's my thoughts. Like, okay, let's say I'm famous, like I'm one of them, right? And I like, you know what, man, 100 million, I'll take that. It doesn't mean I agree with. I get it. I know this is gonna sound wrong, but it doesn't mean that I don't. It doesn't mean that I don't disagree with the human rights.
Yeah, right.
I just happen to like 100 million.
Let me push.
Like I said,
let me push it this way.
Yeah.
Let's say that you're a professional golfer, influential.
Right.
You don't believe in what they stand for or what has happened, right?
I know what you're getting.
But I offered you
100 mil.
Cheapskates. $1 bill to sign in.
1 billion.
1 billion. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody's criticizing you.
Yeah.
Now you're playing for the LIV.
Someone that like
right.
Yeah.
But then you turn around.
Maybe someone that. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay,
and then you turn around, gave 200 millions to support this.
Damn.
So now what?
Yeah, you're right.
If I'm the activist, you're gonna give me 200 million. I'm gonna say no. It's a button. It's a button.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I'm a nonprofit that's gonna be serving
hold on.
a community.
Let me understand that. That's a good one. So you're the company or the nonprofit. Let's say you disagree.
I disagree totally.
But I'm supporting you.
But you play for them.
And then I play for them, and I give you a 10%.
10%, 20, whatever.
Would you declare that?
Now, it's a good question, right?
Oh, that's a good
now,
question.
Is all money
right there?
Is all money good money?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because I mean, 100 million is 100 million.
It could still change and save lives.
Because regardless of what you do, you're supporting that. Even if you don't believe in what their cause.
Yeah.
Right. By participating in that, you are supporting that.
You sign up for the
right.
Whatever
it comes with it.
Yeah, whatever it comes with it.
It's the symbolism part.
I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense. If you put it that way, that kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
but again, if you're in the receiving end, are you going to decline it?
Right.
But it's your morality versus reality.
Right. The reality is I did play for the LIV.
Yeah.
I turn around and whatever money I receive, I turn around and
10%.
Whatever. Support.
It's like this is a good analogy. It's like a Pretty Woman. Like, this prostitute goes out with the guy and now they're married, right?
Right.
You can't get married anymore. Or that's unclear. Yeah. Let's say you have a wife and you're poor. Right? And then this millionaire asks your wife to go sleep with him.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie.
Yeah.
$1 million.
The $1 million, right?
Yeah.
But she's supporting
the husband.
Okay.
But you're sleeping with another guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like you're supporting
you basically.
It's morality.
You allow that basically.
Oh heck no, man! I'm not gonna.
I get it. Yeah, that's
it's tough.
That's a tough one, man. Especially with this. I mean,
yeah.
That's why it's controversial.
Yeah,
it's not Pretty Woman. It's I forget the name of the movie.
It's a Demi Moore and Woody Harrelson.
Yeah. It's the husband and wife, and the guy millionaire asks Demi Moore.
Yeah. But for this example, not example, but this thing that's going on right now.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, we threw a monkey wrench over there that if they turn around and support, I don't know if they do support, support other activists with that money that they receive.
Right.
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, because I'm pretty sure before they went there, a lot of those guys they always have charities and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And now what? Are you not gonna
You're right.
sign up for the charity? Huh.
That's a good question, man.
To be honest, I don't know. I think it's principle of the person that is being invited.
Yeah.
It's. I don't know if you could actually save or change views from the Saudis.
Yeah.
But if they are trying to change, it'll be nice to see that change.
Right.
It'll be great.
Right.
It's a world change.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, years and years of whatever stuff they have done, it's not going to be immediately forgotten with opening up the LIV, supporting the Formula 1. It's not that easy.
Yeah.
It will
take more than that.
It's a start.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. It's gonna take more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, these golfers needs to understand that going there comes with the symbolism of the perception of like,
you will gonna get the negative feedback from it.
Yeah, you're gonna be associated with that.
Yeah. My advice for them is to support my nonprofit.
There you go. Take care of your own. USA first.
That's right.
USA first.
They're already making a lot of money. I mean,
PG.
you're talking about 100 million
Yes.
sign-in bonus.
I didn't know that's how hard it is to get into PG.
Oh, it's hard, dude.
It's hard. You gotta be the best of the best of the best.
But what's so funny
Just
is
to
with
get-
the LIV is they're only inviting people that they already know.
They
Well, how
already
about the ones that are
Yeah.
coming up?
They don't care. They don't know. They
Again,
they don't have any influence.
They don't.
They're using the
Yeah,
platform.
they're using the platform. They're minions. It's too small.
Yeah.
Now, if they agree to invite the small up and coming, that might be a different.
That might change. Perception from other people.
Maybe. You never know. I mean, you never know.
But you're right, though. I think I don't want to going around with the topic, but because you're right. I mean, I think when you said maybe they are, maybe they do have a positive thoughts on why they did this. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
maybe.
I mean, they did it with Formula One, now LIV. I think to me, to close out this conversation, right? I think, in my opinion, if they are really using it for something that's good, then that's great. Let them. I mean, you know what I mean? They made a mistake. I got it. It's a big mistake, maybe for some, but because I don't know, I'm not too familiar with the mistakes or all the mistakes they did. But if they are really trying to use this to start something fresh and bring something positive to their country, then why not?
Why not?
Why not, Chocolate?
You're right. Why would you say no to something that's positive?
Like shut the door right away, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would just let them open up the door and see what happens?
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. I already said what my piece is. As long as they understand,
Yeah,
it comes with we got some association going on. So,
Yeah. It's gonna be tough. Yeah.
I mean, you know what they say, like, show me your friends,
and I'll show you.
I'll show you who you are. So,
yeah, you're right.
yeah.
So what does this mean if I showed everybody these are my friends? What does it mean to me?
That means you're a first sergeant.
That's right. Damn.
You're a top dog.
Top productions.
Happy Airborne Day yesterday for you.
Oh, that's right. Happy Airborne Day.
Happy Airborne Day.
For you.
Yep. August 16 was National Airborne Day. That's when Airborne was first initiated in the United States Army. Yes. They actually, my friends kept calling me yesterday, like, hey, do you still have this picture? Do you have this picture? Yeah.
Well, that's what he meant.
Yeah.
Show me your friends.
Airborne. All the way. All right. Closing comments.
So again, everything we said today is our opinion. Everybody got their own opinion on this topic, and I know that for a fact because I talked to a lot of golfers with divided opinions. But at the end of the day, nothing but love, right?
Nothing but love. Right.
Yeah.
Until next time. Peace and chicken grease.
Hit it.
Let's golf next weekend. Let's go. Comment.
Join us.
Yeah.
Comment if you want to join.